working day and night, questions flying left to right. People tired, losing track, no one's got your back. But now you do, Sensei's got you. That's the Sensei, knows what to say. Talks like a human, works night and day. That's the Sensei, saves your day. Built for the future, here to slay. No more bots that loop and freeze, no more reps begging please. Sensei smart, it knows the play. Chatbots powered the real way. You don't need more crew, cause Sensei's true. Sensei knows what to say, answers in seconds, leads don't stray. Sensei saves your day, fuel it with Sensei, on your way. Pain lives, all forever stored. Every lead, every call, Sensei scores. Sensei, rush away. Work gets done while you sleep all day. Sensei, leaves don't delay. I with heart, that's Sensei. You got a team, working day and night, questions flying left to right.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Sensei Showcase. I'm Dan Thompson, the founder and CEO here at Sensei. These showcases are special moments for us, moments where we get to celebrate everything we've been building. At Sensei, we keep pushing for greater heights. Our products are now used by thousands of people around the world. And we take pride in building tools that actually make a difference in their lives. Today, we have some huge updates to share. Updates that we believe will change the way people use AI. And we can't wait to show you what's new. To kick things off, I'm going to pass it over to our product team, who are here to share the latest updates to our Sensei Studio.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through the new Sensei Studio. We start at the beginning, defining your AI chatbot's purpose. You can choose from sales, lead capture, customer support, community management, or something else. Next, you have the option to connect your socials to your AI chatbot and learn from your publicly available data. Then you craft its identity. You can choose an avatar or generate one using AI. You can give your AI chatbot a name and tagline. And you can also set a custom link. Click Create AI Chatbot. And then you'll take him into the new Sensei Studio. On the left side, you'll find powerful tools to fine-tune your AI chatbot. Adjust its personality, tone, and behavior. Pick the LLM you want to use, including ChatGPT 5, Gemini 2.5 Pro, and even Grok 4. And yes, you can even include voice and video. On the Knowledge Base tab, you can build your chatbot's knowledge base. Drag and drop anything from images, audio, video, and more. You can paste website links and add text. You can upload multiple files at once and view all the uploads from the knowledge entry section below and even see previews. We've also added the capability to preview your AI chatbot's responses. With confidence scores for each answer and source references to the knowledge base. All of these powerful features combined make training fast, interactive, and simple. You can fully customize your website widget, change the style and position. Additionally, you can add it to your website or seamlessly connect it to platforms like Discord and Telegram. And now for my favorite part, insights. The insights show you exactly how your AI chatbot is performing. You can see your conversation history, which shows you every question that's being asked by your customers. Our new analytics dashboard gives you charts showing conversation volume and engagement trends. And soon, you'll be able to see common questions and topics right here. This new Insights feature allows you to keep improving your AR chatbot over time. That's the new Sensei Studio. We're so excited to see what you build with it. Back to you, Dan.
You got a team working day and night, questions flying left to right, people tired of losing track.
Sorry about that. The new Sensei Studio changes everything. It makes creating an AI chatbot faster and easier than ever. From defining its purpose to training it with your data to customizing its look and connecting it across channels, the entire process is now seamless. And with new insights and analytics, you can see exactly how your chatbot is performing and keep improving it over time. We're incredibly proud of what the team has built. Now let's look at where that user journey begins with the brand new Sensei homepage.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you the new Sensay.io and SNSY.ai web pages. At Sensei, we're building leading AI products, and our website should reflect that. We designed the new homepage with the mindset of directing all the focus on our leading product, AI chatbots. The new design is minimalist, but striking. We've taken away the noise and built a clear journey for our users. Step by step, the homepage explains what an AI agent is and shows just how easy it is to create, train, and customize your AI chatbot using the Sensei Studio. We highlight all the powerful ways you can use Sensei, but in a way anyone can understand. Because clarity is everything. By simplifying the messaging and aligning it with the new Sensei Studio, we've made the path from landing on the homepage to deploying your first AI chatbot seamless. We have also redesigned the SNSY.ai page, setting the narrative around our groundbreaking offering, the Sensei AI Engine. We have made it clear for existing and newcomers how to explore our AI ecosystem. Find out about incredible applications that have been built on top of our AI engine, and of course, the token that powers it all. We have also simplified the process for developers eager to begin building with the Sensei AI engine today. With both of these redesigns, we have positioned Sensei as a leading AI product and infrastructure. That's the new Sensay.io and SNSY.ai pages. And we can't wait to see what you build. Back to Dan.
The new Sensei.io homepage is a major milestone for us. It puts focus exactly where it belongs, on our flagship product, the Sensei AI chatbot and API. Visitors are guided through what an AI agent is, down to how easy it is to create and customize one, and encouraged to take action right away. It's clean, it's clear, and it sets the tone for everything that we're building. So we've seen where the journey begins with the Sensei homepage. We've explored how the Sensei Studio makes creating and training AI chatbots effortless. Now let's hear from our CTO, Marco Bettiolo, to talk a bit more about the product development and where we're going with our tech. Over to you, Marco.
Hello, everybody. This is Marco, the CTO at Sensei. Over the past few months, we've been building at an incredible pace, and honestly, it's been one of the most exciting periods of my career as CTO of Sensei. We shipped a lot of new features, and I couldn't be more proud of what our team has been able to accomplish. When I look at where we started and where we are at now, it's honestly mind-blowing. One of our biggest achievements, and something I'm personally most excited about, is the rollout of the Sensei AI Engine v2, which is now more powerful than ever. Working closely with our customers, we learned exactly what we needed to rebuild in the core of our infrastructure to handle the complexity that real-world AI applications demand. And seeing the results, just wow. Universal content processing was my dream from day one. We can now process everything: Word docs, PDFs, JSON files, Excel files, videos, audio files, images, and even complex web pages, all through a single pipeline. What I'm particularly proud of is our advanced PDF processing and OCR system that preserves charts and tables exactly as they appear, including in those scanned documents that used to give us nightmares. Our new system easily goes through them, especially the complex one that would have been impossible to process before. We went from throwing those documents away to making them fully searchable and AI ready. The video and audio intelligence feature honestly blew my mind when our team first showed it to me. Our video pipeline now delivers full transcription, scene descriptions, and key moment detection at scale. Whether it's YouTube, uploaded files, or streams, we extract everything, including speaker identification and precise timestamps. We are literally turning entire video libraries into searchable, AI-ready knowledge bases. Our data analytics breakthrough generates executive-ready insights from your financial reports, sales data, and operational metrics automatically. No more manual data crunching. 40% improvement in accuracy. I won't lie, this was one of the toughest technical challenges, and there were moments I wasn't sure we'd crack it. We completely rethought how your content gets processed, because what works for a research paper doesn't work for an Excel file. It seems obvious now, but it took us months to figure this out. After a lot of sleepless nights and countless iterations, we built a smarter adaptive chunking algorithm that boasts retrieval accuracy by 40%. When I saw these numbers, I literally did a happy dance in the office. Our multilingual support now supports 100 plus languages with automatic detection and processing. No matter the document, if it's an English, Spanish, or Mandarin technical manual, you get consistent high-quality results in any other language. As someone who's worked with international teams my whole career, this feature is close to my heart. We built enterprise-grade reliability through fault tolerance, intelligent batching, and async processing right into the core. This infrastructure is production tested across thousands of deployments, and I can confidently say it's ready for the most demanding workflows. Here's what excites me most as a developer myself. Everything you just heard about is available through our API. You can plug in enterprise-grade content intelligence directly into your stack without rebuilding your entire infrastructure. We solved real problems that I knew developers face every day because I've been there myself. Our solution allows you to build powerful AI applications and launch them in days, not months. Our customers go to the market 6 to 9 months earlier by building on top of our API. If you're as excited as I am and want to start building today, head over to Sensay.io and sign up for a new account. Now, I'm going to pass you over to Shane, our Chief Business Development Officer, who's going to show you how this translates into real business value.
Thank you, Marco, and hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. It feels like just a minute ago that we were connected, and pardon my beads of sweat. I'm currently at token 2049 and couldn't find a taxi and had to run back from the gardens back to the place to tune in with you. But I've been really excited to share the updates and the journey. So when we last connected, that would have been right around our last company offsite, and we have been laser light focused in delivering, the best customer experience for the chatbot and the API. So the chatbot is a successful use case, and it's being adopted by a wide array of sectors and verticals, anywhere from chiropractic clinics to research facilities, branding agencies. They're now looking at our chatbot and starting to adopt it into their technology and their stack. But that is a successful use case for what is really powering that, and that's the API. And so our team has been laser light focused in getting a very successful product out the door. And what you'll see when, and this was touched on by Dan and Marco before, but when you go to our website now, you're going to see a very different website messaging. It's all around the agents and the chatbot, the experience of the customer. Our onboarding journey is better, sleeker, and our studio is much easier to navigate. We're getting a ton of feedback about how easy it is to navigate and then deploy a chatbot to your environment. So you can do that with a minimal set of code. It's just a snippet to your website now, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback from doing so. Now with the API, it's a little bit slower to adopt than the chatbot, because you have to figure out, we've been able to provide the vessel, and you need to figure out the destination. What are the problems that you're looking to achieve? And now we've got a number of companies, again, research facilities, ed tech, that are building on our platform, and they are getting a great experience. And I've been working very closely with the product and the tech team to get this rolled out, successfully launched, and now at the point of national and international endorsement. So it has been good, it's been successful, and it has been very clean deployments, which has been great. So what have we've been listening to our clients. First and foremost, we want to make the best client experience possible. And by doing so, Dan touched on it before with it was the walkthrough of the product and the what are the key things that people want to see, and a differentiator from deploying an LLM. Number one, people are worried about hallucinations. LLMs are prone to do that. They want to, it gets asked a question, and if it doesn't have the answer to the question, it's going to find a way to answer the question. And so when you're answering on behalf of a company, that can be a real problem. And people are worried about how it's going to be displayed. And so we have a hallucination checker, and we also have the chat history, complete audit log of the conversation. So you're still having conversations with the end client. You're able to see all of the conversation log, and you can export that as well, so you can refine your services and your products. And one of the feedbacks from our one of our main customers was, I know exactly where the knowledge was that we trained on, and I know where it sits in our documents. How do I override this? And so we're taking a very customer focused approach in iterating on the tech, and it's getting more and more seamless every day, which puts a massive smile on my face. It's becoming easier to sell, and people really understand the use cases that it really applies to. So now you get the hallucination checkers with a confidence score of how confident they are on the knowledge and the outputs of the answers, so you can iterate on the knowledge base. And so we're agnostic to crypto and Web 2, which is it's a huge plus at something like Token 2049 when we're walking around talking to builders, developers, and the ones that really don't have an aptitude for tech and want the guts and the rails to go and build a business application on top of it in the world of vibe coding and whatnot as well. So we have a easily deployable service, and we're now at also Token 2049, and we're talking about the next iterations of this as well, which is going to be a launch in November. And I'll leave it there, but please do stay on top of the Twitter notifications and whatever you're following within our feeds, because we've got a lot to share in the coming months, and it's been validated quite heavily for this next rollout. We have turned on the with the updates to our messaging, the updates to the product, it has been, massively iterated upon, and we have our marketing engine now launched, and that happened, in the last couple of months, and we've seen over a 5 times increase in people signing up to our service, and you'll see that in Telegram. We've got the audit log of people that are subscribing to creating replicas agents and exploring the technology and deploying it on their websites and their internal processes as well. So I would ask you, while we're at this conference and upcoming conferences, be as loud as you can be about Sensei's existence, I guess. And we want to become the jacuzzi. We want to become a household name. We want to be able to deploy to services and businesses globally when it comes to customer support and sales, and even the next iteration of our tech, which I won't give away too much, but it's going to be more on knowledge ingestion and successful transfer within companies. But with that, I will pass it back over to Dan, and really appreciate everything that you've done for us and our community, and being part of our marketing, and being along for the journey and the ride. So thank you very much.
Sorry about that, guys. My mute button is not my friend today. Just to say thank you to Shane for that incredible update, and just to go through some of the Sensei numbers. So we've got over 38,000 token holders now, with 30,000 daily active users, which are participating from a community of over 200,000 community members. Incredible numbers that have seen an incredible growth over the last 2 years. And to date, we've got around 25,000 chatbots deployed, with around 500,000 daily interactions of those chatbots. As we've been saying the whole time, please do ask any questions, and shortly when we come to the Q&A, we'll be bringing up some of the best questions to answer for you. So please ask anything that you have that you would like to know about what we are. And again, sorry for the technical difficulties. We've been working extremely hard over the past 2 years to build one of the world's most advanced AI engines. Not only can it process any files and knowledge that it is given, but it seamlessly deploys that wisdom into website chatbots as beautiful widgets, or via messaging platforms like Telegram and Discord. For developers and entrepreneurs looking to get access to the Sensei AI engine, we have our API, so that you can build on top of this incredible technology for a wide variety of verticals and use cases. Whether you want to build in education, healthcare, or marketing industries, or creating a series of chatbots for customer service, matchmaking, or gaming, our API gives you the control to build incredible new products and businesses. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a sneak peek into what's next for Sensei. We've been working on something new, something that tackles one of the biggest problems faced by organizations worldwide, the knowledge loss crisis from departing and retiring employees. A multi-billion-dollar industry that is ready to be disrupted. Our vision is to make it effortless to capture the knowledge inside your team. We'll be launching this incredible new product at Web Summit in November, so be sure to subscribe and follow us on social media to be the first to get notified when we launch. When we look back at today's showcase, it's incredible to see how far Sensei has come. A brand new homepage that guides users from curiosity to creation. A completely redesigned Sensei Studio that makes building an AI chatbot seamless. And now, a glimpse at the future of knowledge transfer. This is just the beginning of what we're building together here at Sensei. And with that, I'd love to open the floor up to some of your questions. We're going to be bringing up Lars, our head of community, to help go through some of the questions that you guys have been submitting throughout the last half an hour, as well as bringing back Shane and Marco to join us in today's conversation.
It's good to see you again, Dan. Always amazing.
How are you, Lars? What's been going on? What's the latest?
Well, what is never not the latest. We're enjoying every single day sitting with the chat, sitting with the community and talking, and actually going diving into all the Sensei aspects that you just went over today. All our replicas, the bots, widgets, everything we can do, and we bring out to everyone else.
And I think one of the biggest news from the community is that the summer showcase, summer campaign, the Sensei summer campaign, is actually coming to an end.
Yes, it's actually ending 1 hour after the showcase on the dot. Some of the quests has already been deactivated, so the final ones will be completely gone at the end 1 hour after the showcase tonight, and then we will start going through the last dots over the eye and go through everything, and then we'll pull out everything so that we can actually make sure that we have everyone.
Fantastic. Yeah, so guys, if you are participating in that, keep an eye out for the winners coming and being announced very soon. I think we've got a huge prize pool available for that. So, if you have been participating, if you have been joining our quests over the last 3 months, now's the time to really start checking, see how well things are coming along. And on the other big news that's finishing now is, I guess, Marco, you can help us explain this. We've got a hackathon that's also been running over the summer that's coming to an end.
Yeah, so we have this partnership with the NED. We went there. We asked their members to build any hacks. We gave access to our API so they could build anything around knowledge and education. And I don't remember the latest numbers, but we got about 50 or 60 submissions already. And this week we are in the process of judging them, and we're going to announce the winners next week at the NED in London.
Yeah, exactly. It was a huge amount. I think there was 183 hackers in total, and then with the final submissions is great. So we're just filtering through those now to pick the winners, and we'll be announcing those in the coming weeks. I guess let's move on to some of the community questions we've had today. And just before we do, we're going to just mention that there is an airdrop for today's participation in the call. And so during the next few minutes, we'll be bringing up the airdrop information to submit to submit your application to be a part of the airdrop today. So without further ado, let's bring up the first question and keep an eye out for the airdrop information.
So the first one we come in is from Shane Luftos. Do you have any competitors, and why do you stand out over them?
Yeah, that's a great one for Shane.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off by saying that I'm at Token 2049 right now, and I'm also in a shared place. So if you just saw somebody walking behind you, that's the reason why. Do we have any competitors in the space? Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people that are doing AI right now, but a lot of them are doing with agents. So at the events that I've been at Token 2049, for example, even there's a ton of agents that are doing things that are blockchain related. So getting on-chain activity, and being able to do things for you, whether it's transactions, whether it's doing things for you financially, digital ID or whatever. A lot of them actually can be partners with what we're doing, because what we are doing is ingesting we're ingesting data and proprietary knowledge, so that it can then be acted upon, and an agentic workflow can be built on top of that knowledge base. So we do have competitors in the space, and they can be perceived. So it requires people to go through and comb through what is really required from the ingestion, and what you're going to need to go live with, and what you really want to do. So at the end of the day, there are people that are we've essentially assembled a plane, and a lot of people don't know the destination. So we need to educate people on what the problems may be that they're looking to service, and we have the vessel to get them there. And a lot of other people are doing something that's very transactional based. That can be an application layer on top of Sensei and that proprietary data. So I'd say right now a lot of it is perceived competition in this big sphere of AI. There are some that are a bit closer to us in gathering knowledge, but for the most part, I do see it as not so much competitive, but a branch off of what we're currently collecting.
For sure. All right, next question. What have we got?
So here we have Salman. What steps are you taking to ensure data privacy and ethical use of AI replicas, especially in sensitive areas like personal memories?
I guess that's a good one for Marco.
Trying to understand the meaning. Just a second. So when you upload your own personal memories, that's tied to your own agent or replica. So you can decide if you want to make that private or public. Or you can also, I need to double check if in the new studio we enabled it already, but you can also define a white list of people that have an account and can access the replica. So these are some of the basic tools we provide to decide who can access the personal memories. Then the other thing we do is that we have like technical safety measures, and the data is encrypted end to end. So no one between you and our servers can see it. The data is segregated by user, so cross user the data is not visible. And we are working on all the standards around data security and privacy. We respect GDPR, PDPA, and so on. So we have a whole set of measures to support that.
Nice. Okay, let's keep them coming.
So here we have, sorry, I'm not going to pronounce the name. Is the roadmap for the 2026?
Yeah, so this is one of the, alongside the showcase today, we'll be bringing out a list of all the updates we've had over the past 3 months, or 4 months since we did our last showcase. So be sure to keep an eye out on social media and our blogs to actually see what basically all the updates we've had, and all the different products and features that the development team have been shipping, as well as some of the latest sort of numbers that we've had. As a part of that, we'll also be releasing our 2020, I guess the next 12 months at least, roadmap. So that includes 2026 and possibly into summer 2027. So the new roadmap will be coming out as a part of the overall announcements as around the showcase. So the showcase is really here to feature some of the core latest developments that we've been building. But we have been shipping things every single day, every single week, and so there's a huge amount of things we've actually achieved in the last few months, and we've got incredible plans for the next 12 months. So the roadmap's coming very, very soon.
It's always amazing. So, yeah, we have Dan's favorite questions coming up. I'm hearing, if AI can preserve human knowledge, how do we ensure it also preserves human wisdom?
So, yes, great question. One of my favorites, probably not necessarily my favorite, but it's up there. So if AI can preserve knowledge, the idea is around capturing human knowledge and actually, taking that into and most importantly, making it into a useful format. I think that's what wisdom really is. When you really boil it down, it's taking knowledge, taking facts, taking information, and actually making it useful that you can pass on. I think wisdom becomes that. So it's understanding how you can facilitate that knowledge into passing it into different people, whether that's passing it on to different teams, whether that's passing it down to generations and your children. making your knowledge available, capturing your knowledge is one thing. So, anyone can capture the knowledge. They can record videos, they can type journals and or write out journals. So there's plenty of different ways of actually recording memories, stories, histories, facts from your own life. But to actually turn that into wisdom that you can transfer to a different generation, the AI has this unique ability to almost educate and actually turn it into useful format that will be understandable by generations to come, whether that's in a working environment or a personal environment. So I think AI is going to be a massive. On the one hand, there's some studies proving that AI takes away our cognitive ability, but on the other hand, having access to that knowledge and that wisdom and passing that down to people who want to be educated and learn from that knowledge, AI really becomes the big equalizer globally.
It's always fascinating hearing you go through that. So Hashima's coming up. The multilingual thing is cool. How do you guys make sure the voice still sounds like a person, even with the new language? Marco, this one is one of your lovely aspects.
Okay, so today we were talking about multiple different aspects of the multilingual technology. So, for example, you can upload a book written in English and get questions about it in French. So we basically take out the concepts in your knowledge and create a representation of it which is not based on the language but based on the proximity of conceptual mathematical space between things, right? So we can abstract the knowledge from the language, and this is one part. So these are the two kinds of permutations. The third permutation is that once we have the knowledge needed to answer a question, we can use the LLM's inbuilt capability of generating an answer in a different language. So that's the third element that comes into play. And then this is processed by one of our partners that generates the voice in a different language. So I can tell you from my experience and that it's currently, if you use just the normal system, is going to have a different accent in a different language because the generic technology used for this would adapt the pronunciation to the language spoken, which may be different than the native pronunciation of the individual. The way around it would be to use our white glove service or a professional integration where we can train and create a custom representation of the voice of an individual in a certain language. But that requires much more work, right? So this is the trade-off. So you would need to basically train it in multiple languages to sound exactly like you. Because of course, otherwise the AI cannot invent how would your accent be in a different language. So depends how accurate you want it.
So guys, that was a great time. If you are here, if you are interested and listening and have been paying attention for the entire showcase today, we're going to pull up a QR code which will connect to. You have to put in your email, make sure it matches the previous one, to put in your wallet address for today's airdrop for participating. So thank you everyone who's been listening today. There's a little reward if you want to participate. And let's carry on with some more questions. We've got thousands of questions, guys. So thank you very much. So if you can, or we'll actually bring up the QR code towards the end, sorry. It will come at some point in the next 15, 20 minutes. Don't worry, it's coming. So please do keep asking questions. LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. We do see the questions coming through and we'll pull them up with some of the best questions. So keep asking away. On to the next one.
So here I have in progress, Destiny. What should we expect to be unique about the Sensei AI chatbot?
I think a lot of its uniqueness right now is being able to be personalized. So it's going to be, it's ingesting exactly what you're going to be feeding it, and it's self-aware of the knowledge that it's trained on. From a uniqueness standpoint, with with an LLM, it comes back to the knowledge checker and the conversation history. What are the things that you really want? You want confidence in your answers. Number one, you want to be able to see how your chatbot is conversing on your behalf. So if it's on, if you've got one personally, or if you have one on behalf of your company, then you want to know what the questions are that are being asked to you personally or professionally, and you want to know what the answers are going to be looking like as well. So number one, the hallucination checker and the confidence scores that are applied to that and applied to your overall chat history, it can help you refine that knowledge base. Number one. Number two is you can export that, and then you can start refining your product and your service. So that becomes highly valuable to your service. You have you don't have to hire as many people into your customer support that are going to be dealing with the mundane sort of aspect to frequently asked questions. So if you're looking at like 75 to 80% of customer inquiries to be serviced by the same subset of answers, then you can do that with AI. So now you actually have a customer support team that can go into the higher ticket items and really generate like a higher ROI. So again, this has been a very successful use case of the API. The API is to dynamically sit within your stack so that you can build upon it. And the uniqueness, like a further set of uniqueness, is going to be rolled out in November. And again, I would urge you to be there waiting for the announcements to be made. There's been a lot of validation out of these out of this next build, and we're really excited about it. And we'd love to have you a part of this journey as well.
Absolutely. All right. I think we've got a few more questions coming through.
So Moses Mark is AI helping humans do their jobs or taking over the jobs?
Great question. I think everyone's probably got a little opinion on this. My opinion is it's obviously changing the way the world works, but it's not necessarily taking over jobs. In fact, we're probably seeing a bit of a pushback, but it's definitely helping most people to do their jobs more effectively, for sure. What do you guys think?
I actually just had a long drawn conversation with somebody about this at an event, and yeah, people are going to have to, they're going to have to start adopting AI in their everyday. Number one, but the tools that we're providing allows you to be an orchestrator of your business as opposed to dealing with the mundane tasks. So you can have AI as, you can have AI as a partner of your everyday tasks in your business, as opposed to thinking that it's going to overtake you or your personal role. There are elements of the job that are going to be taken over, manual tasks, things that are super repetitive. AI can help solve that, but then you become an orchestrator of the business, and you can have a leverage effect to your output. So you then become more valuable. So my urge to everybody is to actually start experimenting with different AI tools, so you can be a bigger weapon within an organization. I don't know if everybody else's algorithm is the same. I was at an office earlier today that I won't be able to name, but 95% of Gen AI tools have been failing within organizations, but that's not necessarily because of the product. It's because of the people that are implementing it. They don't exactly know what it's solving. So if you've got a use case and you need to be able to solve it, you can then be an orchestrator or something that's going to be directing traffic with your AI tool set, and then you become highly valuable and you become a weapon to your company. So I don't think it's necessarily coming for all jobs. I think it's coming for some. So you're gonna so there is like a pivotal shift with this type of technology, but it's going to open up the doors to a lot of things that we didn't know existed in the past.
I guess my turn. So I think it's gonna be a change like when they introduce machinery to take care of the fields, and before you maybe needed to have 1,000 people working a field, now you can have one person with a machine doing the same work in half a day in a cool, air-conditioned cabin, right? So you change the scope of the work and the impact of the work of the individual. And this is going to be, in my perspective, definitely for kind of the average knowledge worker. It's going to be like this: like, you cannot get a job nowadays if you don't know how to use a computer and Microsoft Word. In the future, if you don't know how to use an AI agent effectively, right? I think we are still 10, 20 years away from replacing jobs like a plumber or an electrician. I don't think someone would be happy to have a random robot come at home and start breaking walls without supervision. So I think it really depends on the complexity of taking that job away from a human's supervision. And that's why I think at the beginning, and for quite a while, we're going to have agents under the direct control of a knowledgeable human.
Awesome. Okay, I think we've got time for a couple more questions.
So we have Mixbell. Will you in the future build and provide replicas in physical form, so not just as a software on a user device, but rather dedicated devices as a replica of robots?
I guess this is a follow-up, Marco. You can probably carry on with that thought then.
Yeah, so I was recently in San Francisco, and I had the pleasure to use Waymo, which are the automated cars, and it was just perfect, right? So how do you get that for different roles, right? So it requires a huge amount of investment at the moment, and it requires a huge amount of data and specialization. I think Waymo has hundreds of millions or billions of miles recorded of data to get to that kind of service, and a huge investment backed by Google, right? So I think where we now, it's difficult to create a generalized solution. So for me, thinking about how to transform that into robots, it's a bit hard. So I think this is more for our visionary CEO to envision this kind of huge leap from to the physical world of the replicas. Dan, you must have ideas about this for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, my view on this, and I guess I talked about it a bit before in a few of the community calls, is that when we look at building these hyper personalized chatbots and how they evolve into replicas and copies of ourselves on a personal level, when we actually have digital clones of people through their knowledge, their wisdom, everything else that's captured and transferable, you can actually start to really help larger civilizations that have a big aging population problem. So you look at the South Korea, the Japanese, huge retirement age, and a very, very low birth rate means that at some point they're actually facing like a real problem with population collapse. But what they end up with is a much older population who are going to be a lot more reliant on robotics. And so the fewer people who are there can still support, but robotics will need to become a big part of their lives. And as a part of that, you will also have this collective wisdom, this knowledge capture from individuals, from their society, that may even go on to build this AI human society hybrid. And I think I saw a question in I think it was in YouTube on the showcase earlier around like, will AI start to control big companies and countries? And I'm a big believer that it should be a part of it, even just as a think tank. And we've created a whole island, with an AI government just for this purpose, as a social experiment, as a way of showcasing the possibilities of what can be done with this. So yes, I think in the future, having this personal knowledge and wisdom captured by so many individuals, combined with robotics, creates this incredible future that will actually be able to support a much older population that otherwise would collapse without a younger generation to kind of fill up the gaps, or without mass immigration, which obviously is a big political issue at the moment. So in the future, I'm a big believer that a mixture of virtual humans and robotics will essentially help us to survive and thrive with into much older life, and much healthier and older life, and so that we won't be reliant on needing 2.1 children per couple to actually survive as a civilization. So we'll get way too political with that one, but it's it's a great topic. I think we've got a couple of one or two last questions just to finish us off before we have time. So what have we got?
So here we have JASP. What prevents a larger AI platform, etc., OpenAI, Anthropic, Microsoft, from building what you're building and squeezing you out?
Yes, I'll jump on that one unless Michael wants to help out. So if larger platforms wanted to do that, a lot of them already have a lot of personal information, and legally they shouldn't be able to use it. So even if they wanted to create something that's similar to use their existing user information and data, I think they'd have a huge kickback from their users and from a global perspective, and hugely negative press from having the capability, because they say they can't use the data and legally they shouldn't be able to, but who knows? So if they wanted to, they would essentially have to start from scratch, and by building out by building something similar, it's a much more niche product for them. I think they obviously have their focus, their goals, and I don't think they would necessarily try and compete. And there are plenty of examples in history where different larger companies have tried to create products that compete with smaller startups, and the reality is that they often don't do as well, because putting is very different to having a startup and founder team who are passionate about a particular product and solution to a problem, rather than a big company hiring in a team to build something. And so there's this different mindset before that's there, that basically means that doesn't work that often. And there's plenty of examples of that. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes they do try and do things, but what we are doing, especially with some of this wisdom engine and AI engine that we've built, is actually around this knowledge capture when it comes to this sort of hyper personalization. And that's actually one of the big missing things from LLMs right now, is that they don't have the information that's in your head. They have the public information, they have the public documents, but the two massive sources of information they don't currently have is the knowledge that's in your head, and also the knowledge and information that's held within companies privately on private servers. So there's still a huge amount of knowledge and data that hasn't been tapped into by LLMs, by these big giants, that with the right access and with the right customer base, you can really carve out a big niche for yourself in the market now. Not sure if Marco has anything to add to that one, having worked some of the bigger.
Yeah, but fundamentally, big companies are there to serve a large part of the market. So they normally provide more generic solutions. And if they provide good elements, we can just use it and provide even a better solution for our customers. With our API, customers can go to the market in days instead of months. So we kind of estimate between 6 and 9 months sooner. So the more of these tools we can put together in a format that the companies and our customers need, I mean, the better it is for everybody. And we can just leverage their large infrastructure and provide a tailored solution to our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, last question, I think.
So here we have Mr. Wisdom. Can Sensei AI be better than ChatGPT? And if it is possible, how long do you think it will take, or how long do we hope that will take?
I don't think we're trying to compete with ChatGPT. I don't think it needs to be a competitor to something that is used by millions of people, and something that is, as Mark was saying, carving its own space by addressing a big part of the market. They have a huge amount of funding, obviously, and are focusing on almost different goals. They want to achieve a level of AI that may even rival, human sophistication. Maybe it's possible. Maybe there's a limitation. I'm sure we're going to find out in the next few years. So for us, it's not really necessarily about competing with the likes of ChatGPT, because I guess it's kind of it's a different solution for us. So what we're really focusing on is, on the long term, is creating these virtual humans, this idea of digital immortality. But for now, with our chatbots, with our API, it's around building solutions that companies and organizations can use so that they can improve their sales, they can help with customer support, they can actually build their better businesses and actually even create new businesses on top of the API and on top of the AI that we've been building. So it's not about competing with the likes of ChatGPT or Perplexity or Anthropic, because they are doing something that's quite different. So it's a hard one to say, like, will we be as big as them? Probably not, but I think there's enough market out there to, for quite a lot of different AI solutions, including ourselves. I think we're going to squeeze in one last question.
So Wisdom again, can I build a relationship with my Sensei AI chatbot?
It always comes back to this. Marco.
I am not a psychologist, so I don't know if it's a good idea or not to have a relationship with an AI chatbot. But if you want to build this product on top of our API that allows people to build a relationship with a chatbot, look, just text me. I'm happy to support you. We can give you credits on the API. We can work together on smoothing it out. I already know what LLMs to use and so on. And look, I'm very happy to support building that. I don't think we are in the business of that ourselves, but with our API is extremely flexible. We can plug in different LLMs that are more or less uncensored. So we can really build a lot on top of it. But I don't think the UX of the studio would be appropriate as a relationship builder. It's a knowledge capture and AI agent builder. But the API below it definitely can be used for that.
Absolutely.
But again, I'm not endorsing that as a psychologist. So that's a separate, like a different area.
Shane, any thoughts?
Nothing beyond what Marco just said.
Guys, if anyone if anyone wants a relationship with my chatbot, it's just sensei.io/Dan. You can go make friends. He's a nice guy. You can definitely go and chat with Danbot there, and if you happen to drum up a relationship, fantastic. He's got a lot of my knowledge, and he's just as nice as I am. So definitely an opportunity to make friends with the chatbot that way. But I wouldn't take any risks.
And make suggestions on a dinner date, because you can suggest wines and foods.
Definitely on food, wines, all the sort of restaurant experience is definitely in there. Just don't ask him for any financial or gambling advice. That's just never going to go well. Guys, as promised, there is an airdrop form, a QR code. Scan the QR code, fill out the form, make sure it matches your sign up to the showcase to participate, and you will get a nice little token reward for joining us today as a thank you. It's been incredible to see the support that we've had over the past 2 years and continued, and see the community growing as it has been and participating in the showcases every few months. We'll be back to our weekly community calls next week, so feel free to join us for that, where we have a few more little prizes. And like I said, we'll be announcing the winners of the summer campaign for the quests, as well as the hackathon winners in the next couple of weeks. And we're now just gearing up to the rest of the year to be shipping some incredible new products, and we just can't wait to share them with all of you guys. So to everyone that's joined us today or watching on the recording, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Please do get in, create a Sensei chatbot for your business, for yourself, at sensay.io. Or if you want to follow us on any of our social media, you can check us out on @AskSensei on any pretty much any platform that you can find, or myself at Sensei Dan, or find the other guys on LinkedIn and Twitter, as you do. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for the questions, and thank you for supporting Sensei.
And last one, feel free to reach out to me because we'll be able to help you set it up.
Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
What if your website didn't just look the part, but spoke the part too? Meet the Sensei AI chatbot, powered by AI agents to deliver a fine-tuned, human-like experience to all of your customers. Trained on your company's data and tone, so every visitor gets a personal welcome from the people behind the company. Your best salesperson, on call 24/7. Your founder, greeting visitors at scale. Your brand, coming to life one conversation at a time. Forget "how can I help you" and robotic replies. This is AI with personality, memory, charm. It is a conversation. Sensei AI chatbots, built to sound like your best self, ready to talk to the world.